For thousands of years, Aborigine tribes, scattered across the vast continent of Australia, spoke literally hundreds of languages. Today, there are barely 100,000 full-blood Aborigines, and their languages are now almost as vanished as their way of life. The English settlers who drove the Aborigines almost to extinction were themselves the outcasts of the world's first industrial society. This is the story of Cockneys and Australians, of English in exile. This is the church of St. Mary le Bow in the city of London. Traditionally, if you're born within the sound of its bells, you're a true Londoner. London English has always had a distinctive note of its own. In the 19th century, large numbers of the working people in and around London left for Australia, New Zealand, Southern Africa, even the Falkland Islands. And to this day, these accents of English share a strong family likeness. In Victorian times, the London language was used by Sam Weller in Dickens' Pickwick Papers. It was the language of London street vendors and flower sellers, the most famous of whom was Eliza Doolittle in Shaw's Pygmalion. It was and is one of the most influential forms of English in our story, and it's the accent known round the world as Cockney. London's East End lies down the Thames from Tower Bridge. It's an area of docklands and slums. Traditionally, this is the home of poverty and crime, of Oliver Twist and Jack the Ripper. It was a place that many Victorians dared not go, as unexplored, one wrote, as Timbuktu, and even fewer understood it. The East Enders themselves were simply looked down on as slum dwellers.
Here, it gets on your nerves, for everything's filthy. Dirty, filthy walls, and the vermin in the walls is wicked. Same with the passage, that's all the same on the crook.
Cockney speech was scorned as bad or slovenly or slang. For outsiders, Cockneys were cheeky rascals with hearts of gold and a song on their lips. The Cockneys were a classic English working-class stereotype, though almost nothing authentic was known about them or their language. Cockney has spread beyond the East End, and it's heard throughout London, some of the broadest from costermongers and barrow boys. This is Walthamstow Market in northeast London.
£2 a foot, doesn't it? But a 20-footer. A 20-foot is about a pony.
Today, the speech of some 10 million people in and around London is influenced by Cockney. George Bonner is a Cockney with a stall in Walthamstow.
You had them last week, you know what they're all about. I'm here. Have you seen my navels? How are they?
We call it getting an edge. It means you're getting people to line up.
by either cutting a grapefruit or cutting an orange, showing people they like and giving them tasters.
Anybody want a bit? Oh, you'll have a bit, haven't you? You ain't had none lately, have you?
And you can do it a lot of ways. You lark about or you come out with big words.
Wait a minute. You're going in home with you people. You get me in a right mucking fuddle every time you come up. 6, 8. Got a mark one there, but nothing. Don't bring it back. Have a look at my navels. Never seen anything like it.
Bob Barltrop is a Cockney, a local historian who's compiling a new dictionary of Cockney English.
The word Cockney is said to have come from the Middle Ages, from two Middle English words which mean a cock's egg. And a cock's egg was an inferior and worthless little thing that sometimes appeared. In short, a Cockney was a runt, a pampered person too. Really, it's the countryman's view of the city dweller. And London dwellers were called Cockneys with this meaning, certainly in Chaucer's time, 400, 500, 600 years ago.
Bob Barltrop's friend, Jim Wolveridge, runs a bookstall in the Mile End Road. He's described his Stepney childhood in his autobiography, Ain't It Grand? Writing together, Bob Barltrop and Jim Wolveridge have also collaborated on an insider's account of the speech and traditions of their fellow Cockneys. They called their book the Muvver tongue. They always shared the research and writing and used to hold their editorial conferences at Fred's Cafe, or in proper Cockney, Caff. It's an ideal place to discuss the nuances of Cockney idiom and pronunciation.
The vowel sounds are the most basic feature of Cockney. Instead of saying out, you say art. Instead of saying round, you say round. The characteristic of Cockney that everybody knows, of course, is dropping the H.
Shop.
Hello, love, how are you?
I'm fine, yeah, fine.
Hello, Bob, mate.
Hello, Eileen.
Coming for a couple of please?
How's Fred?
Oh, he's fine, love, working hard and about.
It's a part of Cockney where you have an L on the end of the word to attach a kind of ooh sound so that you don't say meal, you say me-all and make it meal, or you say feel and wheel.
You've had that. 2 without. Sweet enough, eh? Cake and bubble, Fred, 2 slices. 1 Jack the Ripper, please. Right. 2 slices.
And then there are other things, the TH sound. Well, Cockneys never do this. They say mother and father and think, and this is part of classic Cockney speech. These words which people use when they address one another, Jim, mate, charm, dear and love from women, brother, governor, cock and all the rest of them, they all mean something, don't they? They're not just casually used words.
Yes, they've got many meanings, and they can change their meanings with a tone of voice. You take mate, you can be very friendly, you can be hostile. What's it, mate? What's up with you, mate?
Yeah, or my old chum here, meaning this fellow I know nothing at all about.
Mush, is a China of mine.
Yeah. Brother.
Brother. Squire.
You know, mate, curiously enough, it's the number 1 address word among Cockneys, and it's the number 1 address word among Australians. And they use a very big word to them. If there's anything that distinguishes the Cockney, it's his sheer enjoyment of words. He loves to stand them on end and make them jump through hoops and turn circles and this kind of thing. There's nothing better to a Cockney than to talk enjoyably, to talk colourfully, to use wonderful phrases. This is Cockney.
Spitalfields Market has been at the centre of the Cockney